Um, as you know that in the previous class we have learned about the cryptogames, that is non-flowering plants. Now today I am here with another category of plants, that is flowering plants, and the biological term for flowering plants is phanerogames. Okay, so what is phanerogames, or what are the basic feature of flowering plants? Now the first basic feature you must have understood that flowering plants means all the plants will bear flower. Okay, it will bear flower, it will bear fruits, it will also bear seeds, right? So which kind of plants comes under this category? Basically all the multicellular plants and all the higher organism of plants, okay, which comes under phanerogames, that is flowering plants. Now what are the other features of flowering plants? I told you the first feature, that is they will have they are multicellular and all the higher plants includes in this category. Second, they have seed, fruit and flowers. Then third one, their body is differentiated. Like in non-flowering plants we have learned that their body was undifferentiated. Okay, that is the body was made up of thallus, okay, which is undifferentiated. That means the body parts were not differentiated properly. Whereas in case of phanerogames, the body parts are differentiated properly. That is, they have proper leaves, roots, stem and etc. Fine. Then again another feature of this phanerogames, that is flowering plants, is they have a very well developed conducting tissues. Okay, that is they have vascular system, well developed vascular system, which help them to transport the prepared material, also the raw material in the body of the plants. Okay, then what are the common example of this one phanerogames? The common example of phanerogames we can talk about all the plants and trees which are having differentiated body parts. That is, we can talk about neem plants, rose plant, then we have like people, mango tree, banyan tree. All these are coming under like phanerogames. Okay, now this phanerogames on the basis of their on the basis of their presence and absence of seed coat, or we can say on the on the basis of the presence and absence of fruits, they have been further divided into further classification, further more divisions, that is gymnosperm and angiosperm. Gymnosperm and angiosperm is basically you will see that certain seeds of the fruit are enclosed with a seed coat, and some fruits seeds will be like naked. Okay, so based on this we have two classification under phanerogames. They are gymnosperm and angiosperm. So now I am going to tell you about gymnosperm and angiosperm in details. Okay, let us see that. That is gymnosperm. So what we have discussed, that flowering plants can be further classified into gymnosperm and angiosperm on the basis of their fruits and like the seed coat. Okay, now gymnosperm, the word gymnosperm has got meaning. Like gymno means naked and sperm means the seed. So in case of gymnosperm, in these plants the seeds of the fruit are naked. I mean, they are not enclosed within the fruit. Okay, so let us see what are the features of gymnosperm. First of all, the seeds are naked, they don't have any seed coat, no seed covering is there, and these kind of plants, they are basically found in the colder region, and the colder region we get to see all the evergreen plants. Evergreen plants are what? Which never shed their leaves throughout the year. Now these kind of plants again they have differentiated body, well developed roots, well developed leaves, stem, and you will find that the leaves are reduced into the spines. For what? So that there is like the leaves like long needle-like structure. Not spines, but then they are long needle-like structure, which can help to shed the snow. If the snows are falling on it, because in colder regions sometimes there is snowfall also, and if the snow rests on the leaves, then what will happen? They will damage. Okay. So the leaves are long needle shaped, so that the the snow slides down, and at the same time they reduce the transpiration also, like it is given here. These are found mostly in the cold areas, and they are evergreen, and they have leaves throughout the year. They don't shed their leaves. At the same time, they have well developed strong woody stem, long needle shape, so that the reduce of water is less in them. Okay, so for that reason also the leaves are modified into long spine needle shape. At the same time, the roots are very well developed, and they have the stem is woody stem, very strong and woody stem. At the same time, these plants bear cones. Now, what are cones? Cones are actually the reproductive part of these plants, gymnosperm. When reproduction takes place, then these plants, they reproduce through the cones. Cones are, they bear the male and female. Like some cones are males and some are female. So these cones basically they take part in the reproduction, and you will get to see these cones. Basically they are found commonly in the conifer trees. Okay. Then another feature of this these plants are that their seed coat, as I told you in the beginning, their seed coat is not enclosed, it is not covered. Okay, it is it is not enclosed within this fruit. That means it is naked. The seeds are naked, right? And the common examples of these gymnosperm is like pine, pinus, cycas, fir, spruce, and also cedar. So these are the common example of gymnosperm. Okay, so these you can also write down from here, or you can see from the book also that gymnosperms are naked seeds. They are found in the colder regions. Okay, and they have well developed roots, woody stem, leaves reduced into spine, long needle-like shaped structure, which help them to reduce the water. Then these plants bear cones, which are reproductive part, help them to reproduce in the new plants, and the commonly these cones are bare in the conifers. Then seeds are not enclosed in the fruits. Okay, and the example I told you: pinus, cycas, fir, spruce, and cedar. Now I am going to discuss about the next topic, that is angiosperm. Angiosperm is another classification of flowering plants. Okay. Now this angiosperm is made up of two words, that is angio and sperm. Angio is a Greek word which means what? Covered. So in this group of plants, the seeds are covered. Okay, they are covered with the seed coat. Fine. So we are going to talk about the angiosperm and their features. So basically in angiosperm, this group, angiosperm is the category which includes most of the plants and all the higher categories, and these plants are well adapted to any environment. Okay, so they are basically they are the largest group of the plant kingdom. Among the plant kingdom, this angiosperms are most in the numbers. Okay. Then second feature is they have well developed roots, stem, and leaves. And we know that in the childhood we have learned about the function of root, stem, and leaves. We know that root, stem, and leaves, they also take part in the vegetative propagation, that is asexual reproduction. At the same time, we know the very important function of leaves. They have chlorophyll. They like contribute in the photosynthesis, and they prepare food for the plant. Okay, so they are like all these functions are like done. Of course, in gymnosperm also it is done, but then here the leaves, stem and roots are well developed. Then they bear flowers. Of course, even gymnosperm also bear flower, but then their seeds are not covered. Okay, and here the flowers they bear like both the reproductive part very careful, like clearly we can see the ovary, we can see the like at the same time we can see the stamen also. Okay, ovary like in the class 6 we have learned about the flowers. Okay, the parts of flower we have learned, that is the male and female reproductive part. What is it? Gynoecium is the female reproductive part which has ovary present inside it, and inside the ovary ovules are present which further after fertilization becomes seed, right? And then the male reproductive part is what? It is known as androecium. Androecium is comprised of stamen, that is the two parts which is anther and filament, right? So in this angiosperm, this group of plants we can get to see all these like male and female reproductive part very clearly. Okay, and of course they take part in reproduction, right? Then these plants they contain seeds also. Okay, and of course in the seed they have the cotyledon. Now based on the cotyledon, the number of cotyledon, further this angiosperm is divided into two main categories, that is monocot seed and dicot seed. Now monocot seed, like we have also learned in class 6, what is monocot seed? Those seeds which have only one cotyledon, that is only one seedling. Okay, like for example maize, all the cereals which comes under monocot. Then dicot seeds, those plants which have two seed leaves. And what are cotyledon? Cotyledon basically they store the food for the plant, right? And at the same time when they mature, then we it is edible for us also. Like all the seeds are not edible, but then cereals, basically all the cereals we eat, and they are nothing, they are the seeds of the plant, right? So further this angiosperm, on the basis of their seed coat, not seed coat, that is seed cotyledons. On the basis of the cotyledons, they are further divided into monocot and dicot seed. Monocot means those seeds which have only one cotyledon, and dicot means those seeds which have only two cotyledons, two seed leaves. Okay. So here we complete the explanation of angiosperm also. Now today we have completed the full angiosperm category. Sorry, not only angiosperm, the flowering plants. Flowering plants in biological term we can say we have learned about all the phanerogames. Okay, we have learned about the phanerogames category and their classification, their features. Okay, so what you will be doing, as in the last class when we have discussed about the cryptogames, I told you to write down the features of all the division. So same thing you will be doing here also. You will write the features of first the feature of phanerogames. At least 3 features of phanerogames you will write, and then you will write the features of gymnosperm and angiosperm with example you will be writing. Okay, try to write at least 4 features of each with example you will be writing, correct? And you will also read this chapter. So here we complete chapter number 2, and in the next class I will give you few questions. Okay, I will frame the questions and I will I'll give you in the class, and we can also I will help you to write the answer. At the same time you will do the work and send me for correction. Okay, so till then just keep learning and do your work, and please send your work for correction. That's all in this video. Take care and bye bye.